All right, Mr. Worku. How long's it been, man?
Um, it's been a year and a half now since I start working.
A year and a half. So tell us your role, what type of company you work for, and what's your day-to-day like?
Well, my role is ETL engineer as of now, and the company I work for is a financial company. Is owned by Tribe,
Okay.
and it's a little company. Is not that big, but has over I don't know 200 employed together, all entire departments. And so my daily works looks like now, uh, starting I think end of last year. I've been working on Azure. So when I start working first time, it was company was create a new brand. So it was not a good time, but it's helped me to hang off things because of there's a lot of moving parts, and I did not really get into a new project. So it was kind of cloning over the existing brand to new brand. So I was just moving packages from the old brand to new brand and just changing connection around and some parameters, and that was last about half year, I guess. And then when that brand become live, they launch it new project, which is moving data from on-prem to cloud, which is a data warehouse. Now they still production, transaction production is still on-prem, but they were moving their data warehouse to production, the production data warehouse to Azure space. So there is a few contractor which is work from India, and one guy from here local and me. So before I start that project, I have no idea about the Azure. I just read a little bit, but I never have any experience with it. But when the guy was working from India, when he quit, they asked me to jump in and take over what he was working on. So I had to learn and do the same time, and start learning and working Azure. So since end of last year, I've been working on Azure mostly. So um, and just like creating some package, IDF package, and moving data from staging to uh, production tables, and I just schedule those and maintain those, and there's a one guy, which is our team lead. He designed the structure, and we take from there. And me and one guy from India, we develop those, and just create pipelines, and yeah, it's basically just creating things and scheduling, make sure it's running perfectly.
So
And
year and a half in, how comfortable do you feel? You feel real good about your job?
yeah, pretty much it's a learning experience every day. So like I said, when I start working, there was a lot of moving part in the company, so they were not really pressuring me to do anything. And if I remember right, like the first few months, I was not doing anything. Like they have nothing for me, so they end up creating some questions like to explore their database. Like the question you guys have it on your first portion of the boot camp, the TC stuff, and I was working that, and I was getting paid, but I was playing around, and so the real work start once I start working on Azure. So really, I feel comfortable. I never have any pressure from any management or my boss. Is all good people, and I never struggle. I got lucky, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta. It sounds like a good position where they're not pressuring or nothing. People get those jobs, and then people get those other ones where they're on your back. So yeah, it's definitely fortunate. Tell us about your background and what was it like going through the program for you?
Well, before I start Colaberry, I went through uh, coding bootcamp, and it was like a full stack web development coding bootcamp. I went through that. I finished, and the funny thing was is they 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 when they enroll you, they say so many kind of promise. They will help you to find a job, and they create a resume for you, and so many things. But once they collect your money, is you are there alone, and it did not work out for me, and I could not find any job. I even tried to find something just voluntary, like to get experience free, just work free, but I did not find anything even like that. And I was lost until one day, one of my best friend here where I live, he already went through the first portion, and that time he was actually attending the second portion, and he also got into internship, and he called me one night and he told me about it, and he suggested me, I know you when you mm, decide one thing, you can do it, and he said thing is real, and you need to do it. And then I start taking a look at it. They just went into Colaberry website and I see, and the thing I see there is doesn't feel real, and like the price, the starting salaries, this and that, average, and this is not true, It's I just started like it's scamming, like other coding bootcamp I went through. So it doesn't feel right, but anyways, I signed up and I started, and right after I make a payment, I got an email from the administrator from the Colaberry. So at that COVID time, so they were offering 150 people free tuition, the free portion. So I applied that, I got that, and so since it's free, let's go try. Then the same time I got laid off from the work, and so that was a good opportunity for me. So I just went through before the portion is start. I went through it's like working every day, and before the batch, the real classes start, I already went halfway.
Oh, wow.
So I finished early, and I think my batch was April 25th, 2020. So before my batch went halfway, I already in the IBPC. So it was it's not easy. At the same time, it wasn't hard because I know a little bit SQL, and the only new thing was for me, SSRS and SSIS, and I fly through it. But that doesn't mean it's not hard. But I put my time, and I was working at least like 10 to 12 hours a day every day, and yeah, it's not it's stressful. If you work hard, it's pretty smooth. But if you just lazy and give up on one thing, and it's not gonna go anywhere. So it's all up to you. So yeah.
What are some of the biggest changes in your life since making it to this field?
There's a lot of things changed since I start. I mean, working as from my current position. Colaberry has changed my life. It changed my kids' life, my wife, entire family life changed. Because 3 years ago we tried to buy some property, and we were not even qualified for 200,000 house, and we give up. And we just closed house last month, like worth $500,000. So that's already.
Hold on. You closed on the house. Everybody take yourselves off of mute and give them up. Woo, woo,
Thank you, guys.
Talking about gaining wealth. That's what I love.
Thank you. So even my wife, she was willing to come in and give testimony. It's real. I mean, I'm telling you guys, like Ali always say, is real. You just need to go and get it. But it's everything they said is not commercial. I see it on my friend's life. I see it in my life. And you just need to work hard and go and get it, you know, and just do whatever you're doing, just keep doing and don't give up. There's a lot of things coming your way to make you give up, but don't give up. It's real. Money is delicious. Once you start getting it, it's delicious. And even the work, I think the school is harder than the work. Work, you just, I don't know, you just sit around and until you get hang of it, you might struggle a little bit, but once you get hang of it, it's simple process. You don't even think about it, what you're doing. And it's real.
Look, I always tell them, like, you know, it's so crazy because when you're going through it, man, it just seems so dire, these hiccups and stuff. It seems so defeating. So, you know, but that's what you got to get used to, right? You got to get used to that. You got to understand that, and you got to overcome that. And when you do that, and when you can consistently do it, nobody can slow you down, right? Like, you are your own worst enemy, okay? And as soon as you can figure that out mentally, the world is yours.
Yeah,
So
just to add one thing, the funny thing is I was not even ready for a job when I got a job. And I was working on my first project, and someone just reached me and asked me if I'm open for work. And they say, okay. I just said, okay, just to see the experience, you know, what the interview looked like. I don't even have a resume set up. I have nothing ready. So I started as a joke, the interview, and after 2 interviews, it's become real. So my first interview, my first company, I started as a joke, and I got a job offer after 4 interviews, the same company. So I was not even ready.
yeah, that's crazy. But hey, sometimes it works out like that.
Yeah.
All right, awesome, man. Well, we appreciate you coming by and sharing your experience. What is that? Is that your office? Is that your house?
Yeah, I work from home, and I went in a year and a half. I went one time the office first day when I get my equipment. Other than that, I don't even know where they're located.
Is that the new house, man? You got the
This is new house.
There. Man, you look at the house looking good, man.
Yeah, just this is the first layer, so there's two layer up there.
So two more layers. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
All right, awesome, man. We appreciate you coming by, and we, of course, wish you continued success. All right, keep doing your thing, man.
All right.
All right.